It goes in that way? God damn it! Good morning! Welcome to my very first YouTube channel video. I really nailed that intro. Huzzah! Welcome to my first YouTube video and my first big cosplay project. I have had this in my brain for quite some time, or at least the desire to start doing stuff like this. I was not able to until somewhat recently. I just needed to get the hang of my OnlyFans before I really looked into anything that I personally wanted to do. I do a lot of customs, take a lot of requests, and do things like that. The OnlyFans was actually started to fund my free boxing gym for children. And it's been kind of a lifelong dream for me, and not until recently have we really had the chance to get things done. We finally have the permits and everything, so now it's just getting equipment and tools. And with that in mind, during any downtime that I have, I've been planning personal projects, which I think will be great for YouTube. I don't know. So instead of just putting it behind a paywall on OnlyFans like I usually do with my short films, I thought I would, for the first time ever, release some free content and see what you guys think of it. So, yay! Of course, things like the sound are not going to be great. As you will see in this video, I had a little microphone and it broke. I ordered another one from Amazon and it said it won't be here till Thursday, which is not ideal. There's a lot of firsts in this video too. It is my first YouTube video. It's my first big cosplay project since I was like a teenager, and really my very first big cosplay project because I know how to sew, sort of, a little bit. There's a lot of gluing with this one. It was mainly cosplay sewing. It wasn't the same. I also have my very first sponsor, and you'll see their clothes, which is actually an outfit from them, but you'll see more of that later in the video. First off, we're gonna go over the design and then the process. Of course, in this video, I was heavily inspired by creators that I am fond of, like Rachel Maxkey. I love her content, so if there's anything in this video that you guys think I should change or add, please let me know for future reference. And yeah, I'm looking for ideas on editing and whatnot. I'm still pretty new to it. I don't want to plagiarize. You know what I mean. Alright, I hope you enjoy. See ya while I'm crafting voiceovers.
Just like my channel's name implies, I used references. I ended up going with just about everything you see on screen except for the shoes. That was just a little too much. And you'll see with the umbrella, I did not add all the leaves. For this costume, the skirt and the bodice were definitely my main focus. It's sponsor time! I am here to introduce to you Yore Finery, a very lovely shop with an even lovelier team. I contacted them a month or so ago in regards to my autumn content and a collaboration. We discussed a few different things and came up with some really fun ideas for this season. Yore Finery's dresses and their tops and the jewelry, everything was just gorgeous. The softest material I've ever felt. On their website, the products are even categorized for different aesthetics, which I think is really cool. I have a Salem witch set in mind, using one of Yore Finery's dresses. It's gonna be so cute! I really hope I captured the aesthetics that their products bring to mind when I wear them. And instead of just doing something that I think a lot of people do, where they just kind of pop on the outfit, say how cute it is, twirl around, I wanted to do something that really showed the elegance of each piece. So I made a lookbook, and I hope you enjoy it. And without further ado, the process! It may come as a surprise, but I do not know how to read patterns. And after watching me sew and do the things that I'm going to do in this video, you probably aren't surprised by that at all whatsoever if you know how to sew. I'm also really bad at math, which means I just eyeballed everything. I just used patterns that I had before from other corsets that I made, along with the pattern that I drew up on Procreate, made sure everything fit to my body after I cut it out, figured out where I wanted to cut it to create the actual pattern for the fabric. Gotta make sure the booba's traced. Don't ever forget to trace the booba, you know? And then, of course, I used the fancy rulers to give myself a smoother line with everything that I drew. And I did not forget to iron. Okay, people, I iron all the things. It just doesn't look like it's ironed. Now, I am not going about this the way that I normally would with corsets. I did not care what the inside looked like. I ended up adding an inner layer anyway, just because I didn't want anything rubbing against my skin when I wore it. I also made the foolish mistake of pinning these items together and then sewing them before I put the boning in, which means I had to go about it in the weirdest way possible, and you will see that later, and you will yell at me. I'm sure if there's going to be anybody who knows what they're doing in the comments, you're going to yell at me. Adding the places in which I want to add the boning, making sure everything is curved nicely and looks, you know, somewhat symmetrical, even though, again, it won't matter. I'm covering it in foam anyways. I should have just added the boning and then said, screw it. But, you know, in Red's corner, that's the way I do. I make everything harder for myself. And don't forget to roll your corners up like a little pancake. Little flapjack.
Then I'm gonna put a ton of craft foam all over it. Oh! Craft play. That's the word. Hello. Here we are. Day 2. Or whatever day I choose it to be in editing. Because let's face it, this isn't gonna take me a couple days. I am starting this project in August 7th. I'm just gonna work on it so that it's ready for October. I have this big project and another project I'm going to be working on that are just little passion projects. This is what we got for day 2. Didn't want to make a full around bodice with there being so much stuff on top of it. I figured that as I'm trying to pull things over the top of my head, like a corset, or if it were to be laced in the back only and then I like slip it in, I didn't think it would work as well as I wanted it to. And the other issue is making it look flattering, especially when there's a ton of garbage put on top of it, which I'm going to do. I'm going to pile trash on top of it. Lots of sticks and leaves. And my solution to that was making this in 3 pieces, as we discussed at the beginning of this video. I also did not give a flying hoot what was on the inside of this that. And I have researched how to finish seams. I can't find anything. YouTube has failed me. I've learned more from like 10-second Instagram videos on sewing than I have in any YouTube tutorial. Old Spanish ladies on Instagram. You guys are awesome. I can't understand a word you're saying, but you are my mentors. Help me. Someone tag me in something, please. Thank you. I'm be heading to Michael's today in Target. And resisting temptations. Okay, let's go to Michael's. I would make little houses for them so they could go into it and be so cute, but no, they come in and they never my chips. Jesus Christ. Oh.
Did someone take a bite out of the apple? Why? What is happening at Michael's?
Urgent. I just checked Amazon and the supplies are here.
A little hole puncher. This took surprisingly less clay than I thought it would. I still had quite a bit left over, and still do, even now. God, that craft foam goes a long ways. And as you can see with the little hands in the corner, one of my neighbor's kidlets came over to have a craft day, so it was a nice day spent making bodices, earrings, and magnets. Alrighty, here is the bodice. It's looking nasty. I'm gonna be just going over it, adding seams, and then, wait for it, you're gonna hate me. I'm gonna go on the inside, cut a little bit there, and then stick the boating in, and sew it back up. It's not gonna be pretty, but I don't care. It's gonna be covered with contact cement and clay. Let's do it. So as I am making my own patterns, I am just going to use the front pattern piece I created for the Of Her Own Kind Mirabelle dress, which I replicated. I really like the way the top turned out, and I'll have that in a different video if you guys want me to do that. But for now, this actually fits my back the way I would want the corset to fit in the back. So I'm thinking I'm just going to trace one side and make it look the way I want in the pattern up here. Toopy 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 toop. And then, yeah, go on from there. Since I'm leaving a gap around here with the front piece I've already created, I don't want this to get too close to my sides and my hip bones around to the front. So I'm going to keep it right there. That way, I'm having a brain fart right now. That way the lacing will go around my sides, my obliques and everything. So yeah. And of course, this is where my novice sewing skills showed. But do get a load of Danny Elfman's timing. Out of pure frustration, I called a friend for help.
It goes in that way? Are you kidding? God damn it!
With that unbelievably frustrating part out of the way, same thing I did with the front panel, I did with the back panels. Wapa!
You done yet? One thing I wanted to try out is this little soldering iron thingamajigger. It's not very powerful, it's just a 12 volt to plug in. But I wanted to see what it would do with the clay, and I'm just realizing now I should probably have a face mask on. But I don't know where mine is right now, and I think I left it in the work truck, so we'll see how this goes. I think it's going to be a little messier than me just going over it by hand, like as it's still wet. I'll show you real quick. Here we go. Let's pick this right here. So you can see, oh dear God, yeah, this is a bad idea. I don't think I'm gonna do this. It was a fun test though. Oh, we're doing it outside if we do it. Oh my God. So that'll be a no.
Here I'm going to start working on all the little buddies and the mushrooms for the bodice and the skirt. I got a little carried away with it. It got real cute. Okay, it's currently looking very Victorian, and I'm kind of regretting that this is all going to be covered with leaves, because this is really cool. Oh no. I'm going to try to do the same thing on the other side. I don't really care about imitating it too much. I'll just keep going. The time has come.
I am ready to paint.
I didn't have much of a plan as I began to paint. I knew I didn't want it to be a boring solid brown, and I wanted any greens to blend in smoothly with the moss that I was going to add later on. I made sure to paint the cracks with a darker brown and was black, and used yellow to help bring the greens and browns together. Figuring out where to put the mushrooms and all the little decorations was definitely my favorite part.
I'm cursed! It's something literally no one will notice, but I will notice there. It won't focus, but I gave him a little stale trail.
My house is small. Okay? Fridge is over here. Gotcha.
It was too hot, so I did change into something a little cooler. And I'm procrastinating putting on these leaves.
Oh, didn't think about how much material this is gonna be. I got my first leaf pile. I like these ones a lot more. Oh god!
It's a sign! This dress will be naturific!
Oh, just got done hemming the skirt, finishing up with the yellow leaves. I left some leaves to the side because I need to order more for the bottom of the skirt, but I would have to order like 5 packs just to get the dark leaves, and I really don't want to do that because it'll be like $200. I just don't want to spend $200 on leaves. I sewed the sections, and now we're going to test the skirt out. I also sewed a waistband, made a little tie in the back. We're going to test it out now. I'm kind of worried I may have hemmed it a little too short. We'll see. I won't hate if some of this shows. I'm also thinking I might not even wear this. It depends. But I don't know how people don't just do that the entire time they're wearing petticoats. Or hoop skirts, whichever this is. I don't care. Don't judge me. I will fight you. I know sewing terms that you don't. Well, I know how to hit you. And I'll do what I do, which is think of doing something, going, I'm gonna do it, and then not even try to make a plan.
Did I say my final form?
One day.
I'm not super thrilled with the middle bit. Got lazy, did not sew the middle bit. I just glued it to create the pleats I wanted. And my lord. To make up for it being super boring to me in the middle, I don't want to add anything crazy like different material or anything, because what I'm gonna do now.
And so she glued, and glued, and glued some more, and more.
The secret trick is do it by your front door, like I'm doing, because you know everybody's staircase and kitchen and front door, you know, it's all in the same area. And then you can just brush it all outside when you're done. Clean tips.
And now we move on to the sleeves. I just grabbed some felt, pinned the fabric for the sleeves onto it in a way that I thought was flattering. Of course, the sleeves are still not the color that I want, so you'll see what I do about that soon enough. Then I took the material that I wanted to have on top of the armbands, sewed everything together, and now on to buttons.
Be prepared for ear cancer. Oh no, oh no! I'm rolling, running away. These are so friggin' cute. Kinda just want to paint inside of a few of them. Like a little eyeball or something, use it as a frame. One of these. It'd be cute. Alrighty. Thank you again, Curtis. You have supplied me with many goodies and things that I will actually be using in my videos and my costumes. Thank you so much.
And here I'm just using some fabric paint. I keep saying paint over and over. That I picked up from Home Depot.
Got this umbrella. I got this umbrella from the thrift store. I'm going to, you can see I already started doing a little bit. I'm gonna carve the handle so it's not so meh.
Adding some super duper uber final touches here to the handle of the umbrella, making it look uber cute. Uber duper.
Made some final touches on a few different things. Oh man, that looks really bad. Added the final touches. I ran out of glue, so I ended up just spray painting the top of the umbrella because I don't care. I want to be done with this project. I'm gonna add the Mod Podge, the sealer, tomorrow to a few different bits of the bodice and the umbrella here. And we'll see how that goes. As I've said many times in this video, we shall see. Since this is my very first ball gown ever, I'm happy with it at least. I think it's gonna look really cool in videos, so yeah. See how that looks in the reveal.
Good morning! My face has been washed. We're gonna start off this day with the review. The little mushroom earrings I made. Made them a while ago, so it's pretty cool to not have to make something for this costume. I think I recorded myself doing makeup once before, and it was for a Harley Quinn cosplay. It was just me cackling like a gremlin and asking, how do people do this? How do people record themselves doing makeup? And I don't wear makeup, so it's even worse. Down there, we'll just, yeah. That'll do. I'm thinking for hair now, I'm just gonna do something similar to what I do every day. I just want to put my hair up in some kind of a bun type style. I can't really do the Gibson girl hair. My hair's not long enough for that, but I want it to be similar, so.
Girls tell love tales and you'll find each phrase dovetails. You've heard each known way. This way is my own way. You're the sail of my love boat. You're the captain and crew. You will always be my necessity.
Looks pretty sick. It looks like I'm in a throne. Well, that was a lot. That was a lot of work. I don't even know how long that actually took me. I can't think of days. They're kind of a blur. I'm glad it's done. This is really cool. I'm very pleased with it. There are parts of it that I wasn't super stoked about. As I was doing stuff, parts of it just started falling off, but that wasn't really like my fault. That was the glue's fault. So I'm happy with it. I have lots of little friends on here with the snails and the mushrooms. I think it's very cute. And I have some prosthetics I can use for something else. I can also use the bodice for other sets and cosplays, which is pretty cool. I just have to be delicate with it. This little son of a bitch already came off. Overall, I'm happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have a few more projects underway. I'm not gonna tell what they are, although someone, I have to find them again, guessed what the entire project was just from me showing a balloon and saying, guess what I'm making? And he guessed exactly it, which is crazy. That guy's gonna get a free set. So thank you. I hope to figure out what the heck to say at the end and beginning and end of videos. Subscribe, I guess. That'd be cool. In the meantime, I'll see you guys later. Thank you.
Wait! We've got a gym update! So what we're looking at here today, this is the property that I speak endlessly about. The one that we're going to be putting the gym on. My team and I spent our weekend and free time getting this place cleaned up, and very soon now that we've removed all of the foliage and whatnot, we're going to bring in some fill dirt. It's going to get all graded out so we can put up some forms and get that slab put in. There's plenty of work to do after that, but we're taking one step at a time. If a fitness and boxing gym for kids and adults sounds like something that would interest you, or at the very least something you'd want to fund, please do not hesitate to donate any amount you would like. We do this because we love it and we want to share our passion with anyone who would not otherwise have the opportunity. You can donate through my website, which is on the screen right there. It'll give you all kinds of options to donate. I wouldn't feel right asking anyone to donate without at least getting something in return. So, any donations exceeding $50 will get you a full month of exclusive content. That includes all content created that month, as well as exclusive content like videos that other people don't have access to. Also, any donations that exceed $100 cumulative, not only will you receive 2 months, but you'll also have your name written on the walls of our gym in a place of appreciation for everyone who wanted to contribute to the betterment of a community as well as underprivileged kids. This was only made possible because of people's kindness and generosity, and I cannot and could not express my gratitude enough. Thank you everyone, and we will keep you in the loop as to how everything progresses.